Hey guys, how y'all doing? Hope everything is well. Everything is good with me. Y'all, this story is crazy. Like, for real. It's about an au pair. Au pair is a person that, if you ain't know, is a nanny. A nanny that lived in the house to help the mother and father take care of the little child. So the nanny is being young. So the husband, start messing with the nanny. Y'all already know. Now you ain't got no young girl coming up in your house. You gonna get a nanny. You better get granny, okay? Cause we ain't doing we ain't doing none of that, okay? You need a nanny. Get granny, because if you think you bringing that young girl in my house and she gonna be walking around here and all that stuff, so homie, the husband fell in love with her, so they in there sneaking around doing all kinds of stuff. So now they plotting. Yeah, they plotting, and it didn't work. But anyway, what happened was they went online to a fetish website to lure an innocent bystander. This poor man, even though he was on the website, and lured him over to pretend that he was there to mess with the girl. So when he got there, things just went left, because he was supposed to. He shot the guy. He shot the guy to make it look like he tried to kill his wife. But he's up. It just went crazy, y'all. Let's read it, cause this is so wild. I don't know why they thought, excuse me, that they was gonna pull this off. I don't know why they thought they was gonna pull it off. It's stupid. I don't know why you thought you was gonna pull it off. First of all, when they got there and they found out she was the nanny, and you're the husband, they were like, really? That little girl and y'all ain't fooling nobody. Let's read it. Au pair charged in double homicide pleads guilty to manslaughter. You're damn right. She gonna plead. A Brazilian au pair who fell in love with an IRS agent pleaded guilty to manslaughter on Tuesday in what prosecutors said was an elaborate double murder scheme to frame another man in the knifing of his wife. First of all, we ain't having no nanny. Okay, if we have a nanny, she gonna be a granny, because we ain't having no young girl up in the house. Okay, we ain't doing none of that. For months after the killing on February 24, 2023, it might have seemed if Julian Perry and the IRS agent Brandon Banfield got away with murder. According to new details, prosecutors reveal court to support the guilty plea. Christine Banfield, a pediatrician, intensive care nurse with a 4-year-old daughter, had been mortally wounded in the knifing wound in her neck. And Brandon Banfield, her husband, and their live-in nanny. Like I said, she wouldn't have been no nanny. She would have been a granny, okay? Both said they palled her apparent killer. You lured that poor man over there to set him up to say that he tried to your wife. To X out your wife. For real. They wasn't going for that. Husband said the living nanny both said that they had shot her apparent killing. A man who had been lured to the bedroom with promise of stuff. I can't. I'm gonna say the name the best way I can, because they're in France or whatever the hell they in. Mangaholi had called 911 to the house in Hardin, Virginia, and was hyperventilated at the scene as she described the killing. Yeah, you bet your ass was hyperventilating. She tried to get up out of here like she ain't know. Detectives wasn't buying it. I told you, they was like, Girl, cut it out. Stop it. Stop it. But it took time to build the case. Meanwhile, the living nanny moved into the primary bedroom. Really? She moved into the bedroom with the husband. Who was the wife? How? When moved into the bedroom, in the primary bedroom with Branfield, and posted photos of them as a couple. Authorities said when she was arrested in October 2023, pictures of herself with Banfield was on the nightstand. She was delusional. He had that little girl head all messed up, and she was just dumb as hell. You gonna sit there and put a picture of a man that you're taking care of his wife and his kid. You're a nanny. You're a whole. Okay, you're a whole. You're a whole hoe. Okay, and you put the picture there like a lunatic. That's weird. That is you seriously think that it's your house now? His wife is in the house with his kid, and you is so delusional that you think that this your house now. He got you messed up too, cause guess what? I believe, guess what? If he would have got away with you falling for this and him powering that man and his wife, knifing his wife, you next. Because guess what? You the only one that know. Let me just say this here. My brother always said, if you're going to do something, do it by yourself. He always told all his brothers and sisters and cousins and everybody, if you're going to do something by yourself. For real. I always wonder why he said it. He always say, I'm telling you right now, you're gonna do something by yourself. For real. You gonna do a crime, do it by yourself. Because guess what? Now you got witnesses. You know what I'm saying? So it didn't take her long to crack. As she remained in jail for more than a year, thereafter, she declined to say anything more. A long-awaited forensic report on the blood splatter evidence then came in, and prosecutors said it shows that Branfield, her husband, had smeared from Christine Bradfield wounds onto the body of the man Joe Ryan, the guy that lured over there. Smeared the blood on him. Really? They was doing the most, like, for real. This is like a movie, like, they gonna make a movie out of this, like, for real. The man then had tied to the man they had tied to frame for knifing his wife. Authorities arrested Banfield in September on charges of grave murder. Banfield lawyer John F. Carroll said in court before he was declined bail in September that the evidence just doesn't add up to killing his wife. Really? What about the nanny? Not the granny, the nanny. Shut up. In October, Mahela, I can't say the name, this is the most French name, agreed to cooperate with the police in the second interview since the day of the crime. Days later on Tuesday, 2 weeks before she was scheduled to go on trial, a second-degree murder and felony on firearm use. What is her first name? Because I can't say her name. Let me see her first name. I'm just gonna call her the nanny. Wait for that. We're gonna call her the nanny. The nanny pleaded guilty to Ryan's killing, saying that she had agreed to help the husband Rouge to kill the wife and make it look like both of them shot a predator. Mm-hmm. Are you entering your guilty plea? Are you entering a guilty plea because you are in fact guilty of this offense? Chief Judge Penny asked the nanny before accepting her plea to a single count of manslaughter, reduced from murder and a firearm offense. They shouldn't do that. They should charge her too because, I mean, come on. I guess they saying because she was young and she was dumb. You know what I'm saying? And the husband, he's an older man. Like, he had, he used, I'm telling you right now, if she think that she was going to just be living in that house with that baby and him, it's another thing coming. He was going to get her next. Like, for real. The sentence of the nanny who was raised in the outskirts of Palo now awaits the conclusion of Bradfield's trial, dependent on her cooperation with authorities. Attorneys said in court that they may agree for her to be sentenced to the time she already has served. She walking away, y'all. Much of the information that led to the agreement cannot make public at this time due to the upcoming criminal trial against the other defendant in the matter. Fairfax County Commonwealth Attorney Steve said, the nanny, her stepmother, said she hopes her stepdaughter could soon return to Brazil and that this nightmare ends. What do you mean? Like, she did a crime. Like, she was down with this. She was down with this. Like, this was crazy. She was... Oh, my God. We still can figure this out. I believe she was fooled by this guy. That could be true. And brainwashed. Yeah, because she was very young, y'all. I'm going to show you a picture of her. She was very young. Mm-hmm. The nanny said in Portugal, referring to Bradford, she was never a gold digger in Brazil. For many years, she dated a man who was as humble as she was. We could never think of her living a situation like this. Laying out facts that the nanny corroborated in court. Prosecutors said that she made several 911 calls that day. The first lasted a few seconds with no words, just the sound of someone muttering in the background. Then about 15 minutes later, another call went through saying that an intruder had knifed her friend, the wife. Then Bradford then took the phone saying he had piled a man who was knifing his wife. Both of them is like tag teaming on the phone. That was so corny. Y'all dumb as hell. Like, for real. That was dumb as hell. Y'all was going to jail. Like, for real. Y'all tag teaming on the phone. Like, what is this? Okay, she on the phone saying one thing. Usually, let me say this. Let me take the phone and say this here. Dumbass. Oh my God. An officer a body cam recording submitted in court last month shows the nanny on her knees in the driveway, seemingly frantic and unable to catch her own breath. There was a lot of The nanny said while hyperventilating. Brandon said, "Please drop the knife. Drop the knife. Drop," because he had a knife. She later told detectives that she had piled the trespasser in the chest after Bradford shot him in the head. Bro, how she getting away with this? How they let her get away with this? How did they let her get away with this? He shot him in the head. She shot him in the chest. What the hell is this? Oh my goodness. Mm-mm-mm. This is crazy. This is crazy. Where am I at? This is crazy. In court Tuesday, prosecutor alleged that she'd been lying as part of the ruse to lure someone else into the house to frame in the wife murders. Advocate has said the nanny began working for Bradford in late 2021. Damn. Deputies Commonwealth attorney Eric said the court that a pair, the nanny, and the husband began having an affair in August 2022. Shortly thereafter, Bradford began plotting to kill his wife. To cover the ruse, Bradfield created a profile for his wife on a social network platform for people interested in SE fetish and match her with Ryan. Soon they were chatting through Telegram. That was him doing that. An encrypted message application with the nanny pretending to be Christian. Bradfield on the voice call. Ryan agreed to come to the house for what appeared to be a encounter. A vicious point before the 24th, the nanny expressed to Bradford that she did not believe he would go through with the plan, and at the other time she told him she did not want to continue. Really? But he insists that it was too late for her to back out. The nanny and Bradford left the daughter in the basement and then followed Ryan to the bedroom, gun in hand. It's so crazy. Authorities mentioned her phone conversation at the Fairfax County Jail and one call last month. The nanny said Bradford's mother, who had paid for the au pair legal defense, discussed the consequences that snitches in jail would face in another. Wait, hold on. They gangster. The mama told her, don't snitch. You get consequences for snitches in jail would face. And another between Bradford and the nanny, I hope you are not just staying with me because you are afraid I'm going to turn against you. This is crazy. Associate Press said she's telling the truth and she wants to go back to Brazil. I bet you do. I bet you do. Because the gig is up, my dear. So anyway, I got a video, like a small video. It's just a snippet. But that's what's wild. Like, they really thought that they was going to get away with that. He hires a nanny. Not a granny, a nanny. And got this young girl all twisted up. But she do. I mean, she's not that young. She's not that young. I mean, she could have been. He could have brainwashed her because he's an older dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, all that creepy stuff with the picture next to the bed and all that stuff there. You know, and she taking pictures. That's how young she was. She out there taking pictures like, ow, I'm in my house, y'all. Girl. She got family. He got family. They can see, like, you know, the house and stuff. Like, what's going on? Like, for real. This is the weirdest story. They can make a movie out of this. Because this is weird. This is weird. They both need to go down. Like, for real. Well, he's going to go down. I don't know why they're going to let her go. Because, remember, she pow too. She pow him, too. He pow in the head. She pow in the chest. So why she get to walk away? I guess they saying like, you know, he brainwashed her or whatever. But I feel she wanted that dough. You know what I'm saying? Talk about she wasn't no gold digger. Where'd that come from? And she was. But anyway, y'all, watch the snippet. Watch the small video. Anyway, y'all, hit that like button and subscribe, y'all. And y'all, don't be hiring no nanny. Hire a granny, okay? Okay?
New developments tonight in what lawyers say was a complicated plot that left 2 people dead. Thanks for joining us for the News 4 Rundown, everyone. I'm Leon Harris.
I'm Jim Adley. It's Wednesday, October 30th, and making news in the headlines this week. They seem to come straight out of a movie. Prosecutors say a Northern Virginia au pair admitted to having an affair with the husband she worked for, and the two then conspired to kill his wife.
Tonight, for the first time, we're seeing body camera video from the au pair, Juliana Perez Mugglehays' first encounter with police. Here's a portion of that video.
And then he said, no, police, don't drop the knife. And then he was saying, we're going to kill her, we're going to kill her. And I don't know, he started stabbing her. I think Brenda shot him, and he asked me how to shot him too, because...
It's okay. You don't have to get it all right now.
I never saw him before.
Okay. Look, let's take a nice deep breath, okay? Go. And out.
Now, let's take you through how we got here. Just yesterday, Juliana Perez Mugglehays told prosecutors that she and Brendan Banfield, that husband, used a fetish website to lure a stranger to the couple's Herndon home back in February of last year. Prosecutors say the man hired thought he was there for a consensual sexual encounter with Banfield's wife, Christine.
According to the au pair's testimony, the man was supposed to tie down Christine Banfield and use a knife to cut off her clothing. Christine had no idea about the plot. Yesterday, the au pair testified that she and Brendan Banfield interrupted the act that they set up. The au pair says Banfield shot the man they allegedly hired and then stabbed his wife to death. She says the man was still alive, so she also shot and killed him. As part of yesterday's agreement, the au pair pleaded guilty to a downgraded charge of manslaughter.
Attorneys for Mugglehays say that she will testify against Brendan Banfield at his murder trial. In exchange, they're seeking credit for time served, and they want her released at the end of the trial. We'll keep following it.